the show.
Can you hear me, Chris Dreyer?
Yeah, I can hear you. No echo, right?
No, everything sounds good tonight.
I'm using my phone, so
Okay,
I just dropped it.
that's good.
That Great for Christmas movie was incredible, by the way, Chris Dreyer. It was so good.
Yeah, I don't know. Sometimes I get an idea in my head, and it's like I kind of want to do this, and I realize it's not going to get. It didn't get that many views, but it's fun. I
So
like
what's
doing
up?
stuff.
Right on. So, Todd, do you want to kick this off and tell us about your vision? Or
Sure, absolutely. So to start it off, I think that we should all participate somehow in a full-length AI movie where we lend our likenesses and all that to a full-length feature. What do you think?
I
If
think
it
it's a
costs
good
something, I can
idea.
kick in a few shekels.
Well, what's your like? Okay, but what? So I'm not really a
What's the
good person
plot?
to be on camera, but um,
You're
I mean,
great.
just I'm just saying that like w- for what? What's the end goal?
The end goal would to be have a film that we'd all be a part of, and we would shop it like like a film you would shop to a studio. Would that be possible, or can we release it as a full length feature, something that people would watch and be like totally addicted to because it's incredible and it's us?
Okay, so you just want to make a film then?
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay,
Maybe get it into some film festivals or something.
All right.
sure. Put it on Tubi.
Hmm.
That'd be cool.
Yeah, and a real Failhouse production, like something that you guys can be proud of,
Shit.
put your name on, and something that look awesome without having to leave the house.
Okay, sure.
Cool. And I love what Toxic AI has done with the clips and everything. It's incredible.
For sure. I saw that Todd Goldfinger short where you were swimming with sharks. That was really awesome. Do you have any
Yeah,
idea
so
for the
get off the
plot or
computer and get on my cell phone.
Sure.
Yeah,
Um,
fuck now.
something like along the lines of like I don't know. Like I think maybe we can bring our plot lines together. Like whatever is interesting for you that you'd want to see in a film
Yeah,
that
that's
you
a
haven't
great
seen
idea.
already. And everybody could bring their ideas to the table and see what's possible. Like for me, I'd like to see something that looks like um, maybe a James Cameron or something like this, like epic, kind of thing. Also, and twists and turns and something that has all of us in it. Bless
right
you.
on?
Okay, we can make an epic, and then I'm sure Mormo would be pleased with anything that's epic, and I'm sure all of us would be. Like, do you want an adventure? What kind of I mean, do you want
Adventure.
to write a script together? Is that what you want to
Yeah,
do?
that's what I want to do. I want us to put our heads
Or
together and write a script.
or even like we don't need a very specific script. We could probably just have an outline and then have people improvise certain parts of it and then build off of that. I mean,
Exactly.
depends on our time frame, of course, too. Because if our time frame is like, um, we could do reshoots. We could do it in chronological order and then build off of what the other person did. There's a bunch of ways to do this. So
All
yeah.
right, I missed a
I love
bunch
all
of
your ideas.
important information. I missed a bunch of stuff here. Sorry, my internet was just lagging. I couldn't even see you guys. Just a fucking buffering mark.
Oh,
No
no
problem.
worries. We're just talking about collaborating and making an epic movie with AI. I think AI could probably do a lot of the writing of the dialogue and stuff. And
Hmm.
Well,
All
I mean,
right.
I don't know how many people are actually good at reading off scripts, or are they good at improvising. I mean, uh, I don't know. Are we going to use JJ? Are we going to use OCJ? Are we going to use Creepy Onion? Are we going to whatever his name is? What I mean, we're going to use everyone. What are we going to do?
Everyone,
Okay,
everyone. This
so there
I
you go.
wanted to see, like, I had this vision that it should be like a Monty Python, a Failhouse. You know, the team. Everybody's like very special in their own way, and they bring that the plot lines that they want to bring
Yeah.
to the table and all that.
Interesting.
And I love the improv aspect to it. That's great too.
Well, I mean, no, I mean, if you like some people, I think if you give, like, I do a 48-hour film festival every year, and I work with a whole bunch of random people every year. And like, you look at people and you're like, well, what can this person do? What are their talents and what are their drawbacks? Because some people, like, I know some really great actors and actresses, but they're really high maintenance. And then I know some other people that I've worked with, and it's like they can't read off the script whatsoever, but they look good on camera. And there's so many things that like you gotta consider when working with people. So, um, yeah,
Are you in Los Angeles by any chance?
no, I'm in Boston. I'm in my
Oh, in
basement
Boston.
video games.
Oh, that's cool.
What's up? I mean, what do you want to? What do you want to? How do you want to do this? I mean, it's I could think of a way, but I mean, I mean, you have to have like a mission statement or something like that. I don't know, like an epic. Let's make an epic. How epic do you want to do? You want to have Mormo goes to space? Do you want to have
Yeah,
Todd Goldfinger solves the world problems or something? What do you like?
all of the
What do you
above,
really want?
everything, all of those things, and
Just a
and
hodgepodge.
I love where it sort of looks like Prometheus, you know, at times, you know, or something, you know, like it has that. There was this Toxic AI made a great one, the Mental Health Warrior, and this was like I could see that in the film as a part of it.
Mental
Yeah.
health warrior.
Yeah, you posted it, but there was no sound for some reason.
Right.
So I posted the same thing with the song with it. It's one of
Thank
my
you.
shorts.
It's excellent. Everybody check it out.
I will check it out for sure. And then, so would it be possible, Toxic, to loan our licenses to AI and then just have AI crap out all the video and dialogue and everything? Or
What I
Oh yeah, of course. It's the
Chris,
best way because nothing's copyrighted, and it's not really all AI if you're putting your creativity into it too.
Okay, I mean, yeah, I mean, I have like to me, I think the fun part is actually coming up with everything. Just letting AI do it is fun for a perspective of like, yeah, let's just get this done, and like then there's a lot of wiggle room for like AI content because it can be zany, but I mean, I don't know, I mean, okay, I mean that could be a good starting point, and you can build off of it. I don't know. I think part of the fun is actually building it and having it, crafting it. But that's just me. We
Yeah,
could
I
do
understand.
AI, but I mean, I don't. I mean, the way that you can picture doing this is definitely going to have to be like all green screen and putting ourselves in different situations on a green screen, and then putting each other. Maybe you can even put each other together on a green screen. So that we interact. But I mean, yeah, if you're worrying about like what you want an AI to do, I mean, yeah, we could check it out. I guess. I mean, I guess, yeah. Whatever you guys, yeah.
yeah, I think AI is the theme of Todd's vision. He wants to make like an AI movie.
That
I was
includes all of
I
us.
get that, but
of going along the
completely
lines.
AI. Yeah, I mean, like even the script, I guess. Okay, well, it's been done
Well,
before. But
I don't know about the script and all that. My part that I wanted to do, as far as the AI goes, is throw in clips in between that are themed with whatever cameo you just shot. Know what I'm
Hmm.
saying?
Yeah, like a vignette.
So I'll make a short AI clip and a song to go with whatever theme of whatever cameo that you just did. See if you were dressed up like a knight and doing some kind of Monty Python comedy skit or something like that. They could throw in that little short clip afterwards or make up something, you know.
Hmm.
I guess I'm kind of get the idea of what I'm saying.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so it's like the same thing that we've already been doing, though, right? No,
just longer form.
yeah. Well, we already do. Like, I mean, old Curly Jaws goes to Africa is basically like, I don't know. He just goes out and eats stuff at the rides around in his little cart. Or I'm talking about North Korea. Rides around in his
Yeah.
little cart. Maybe he'll eat, and then there'll be some AI stuff. Then there'll be some like him eating, and then there'll be like, I mean, that's what we have been doing. So I don't know how.
Well, I want to change it up by making it better because I really don't want that kind of shit in it.
What
Because who the hell wants to watch somebody ride around in the store for 15, 20 minutes? Honestly.
Yeah.
Well, it would be funny if it was like it was related to a storyline or something. Like he's riding around and like
Well,
someone.
yeah, that's different, but just a random clip of that, oh no, into the movie.
Sure.
I mean, something that can really grip you and grab you for a long period of time, and something you want to sit down and watch.
Yeah, I wanna make it like our best presentation, put 100% into it. The past ones were just all thrown together,
And
but
they look amazing.
yeah, but a plot would really help, or a continuous theme, or even a hodgepodge of things that are entertaining, funny.
Right. Keeps your attention the whole time.
Like I wouldn't put a mukbang in the movie.
Oh,
Yeah.
you could, but it'd have to be a part of like it's like, well, what's the person doing? Like sometimes you're like when you're writing a script, it's like, well, what's the person doing? Oh, they're mukbanging right now. Oh, what's he doing? Oh, he's riding around in a cart. Oh, what's this person doing? And then something happens. It doesn't matter like uh that like this is something like you got to have like what they're normally doing and then something happens which changes their trajectory. That's how
Hmm.
a normal story usually goes. But
Yes,
but
agree.
so I mean it doesn't really, I mean you got to have,
So maybe there's like these childhood friends, and there's this book that they discover, and it opens up this. I mean, it could be, you know, I guess it sounds like Narnia, but like,
Like the never-ending story.
right, and Stand by Me.
And like a cross mix.
And it.
Uh,
Horror elements, monsters, things we do battle with.
So one of the other things we gotta discuss is how we're gonna be able to exchange files to do this movie.
yeah,
The
definitely.
group has. I'm
That's always
sorry to
been a
interrupt.
weakness of ours.
What about WeTransfer?
I'm down to use WeTransfer, but I've never had any success with this team with WeTransfer.
Never even heard of it.
I mean, yeah. Hmm.
Cause
I'm okay. I'm down with making a movie. Yeah, I mean, like transferring it is one thing. It depends on what people are doing. So I mean, like it's possible that we get who needs the files. That's one thing. Who are we transferring the files to? You only need to get it to one person or two people, depending on who's putting it all together, who's compiling it. I mean,
Well,
you can transfer files back and forth as you're probably gonna say that you probably need somebody talking, and then you need to add some AI to it. But that's one
well,
thing.
we
Yeah.
need a better source though. I mean, if you want to bring JJ into the movie and everybody, we need a way to get their cameos other than just recording it off of YouTube, because recording off of the YouTube has just been shit.
Mm.
Yeah.
You can't even see his face, and it's like a short, like 3 seconds out of a hour video.
Well, JJ, you're gonna have to work with the limitations, because I don't think he's gonna be able to know how to use the green screen. I don't think he's gonna be able to well, I mean, I don't think we're gonna be able to do it effectively for most of us. That we can't. We're cut out perfectly. Like Todd, for example, he's pretty, but it still looks like a green screen. It still does look like a green screen. So it depends on what we're gonna be doing. How realistic do you want it? How are we gonna do this? I mean, these are just issues that we can run with it. What are we capable of, and what can we do with it? I guess. I mean, like that. I mean, our limitations are probably going to dictate a lot.
And the limitations can also make it look lo-fi in some ways, like just like my green screen, you know. So it's like,
I know when I transfer files on Facebook Messenger, I have to save them at like the very lowest quality possible. And so if we're trying to get a high quality image, then Facebook Messenger wouldn't be the best for transferring files. Plus, Todd's not on Facebook, so.
What about Google Drive? We all got a Google account because we got YouTube, I think. So it's like, well, I mean, that's one thing too. Or we transfer as long as we're able to get the highest quality image to the other person. But even then, it's like, I don't know how you want. Like, I'm expecting this to be YouTube quality, so it's probably going to be YouTube what we have been producing thus far anyway. So
mm-hmm.
I mean, we could try to our best to keep the standards up, but there's going to be a lot of limitations, especially if people are shooting their own videos with different cameras and things like that. So,
and then we got to figure out what's the final destination for the film. Is it going to be uploaded to YouTube? Are we going to shop it to distributors or get it in film festivals? Like, I would like to know once the movie's done, what's going to happen to it then, you know?
I would like to accomplish all those things with it. That's why I wanted to be the very best we could do.
well,
Because I'm sure they have standards to be accepted on one of those platforms.
well, what was that Winner Chicken Dinner that was a total piece of shit movie that was on like Tubi? Yeah, what's the lowest like quality that like gets put up there? So I mean, I've seen some. I like that lady that was like, oh, I can't have. I'm not going to say Hail Mormo. She was in a Tubi, Atomic Poop or something like that. She was in a movie on Tubi, and it was like, wow, this looks awful. And like, I'm like, whatever, I don't care. Like, I mean, like, you know, like who, you know, it looks cheesy, and it's okay to look cheesy, but I mean, and also, you know, you can't expect to make $1 million off of your first attempt at this. You know, like we gotta keep on. Maybe let's see what we produce. Maybe we could even do a small thing and then just see where, like, as like a teaser. We could even do it like a teaser, and then just see how it goes with YouTube. And like, you learn a lot just from doing something really like maybe even a 10-minute video. But yeah, we could try that and then go for something expand it. I don't know.
I agree.
Sounds great.
Yeah, Chris Dreyer, I think that your movies are like ready for festivals. I'd love to see you enter like next year, enter that Grapes of Christmas into a Christmas film festival.
No, that's just
Yeah.
silly YouTube stuff. That's just me being silly on YouTube.
I gotta check that out.
No, you should see
Yeah.
my 48-hour films. Those are like basically what like storytelling, like beginning, middle, and end. Like that's kind of what you just need for a script. Is just you know normal. Something happens that will change the path. Does the problem get resolved by the end? And that's it. I mean, that's all you need. And like that's how like that's more of a traditional script. I don't know. I don't know how experimental or what you guys are aiming for, but I'm willing to do whatever. So
That's what's up.
Yeah, I like that a lot, and like where people start to care about the characters.
I mean, yeah, we could. How's this? What don't like we could even designate roles. Like, what do people want to do? If they want to be strictly actors, if they want to be what's the best way of working with people is sometimes a really something that you really have to consider. Like if I say something very specific to somebody, somebody might take that negatively. They might take it positively. They might work better with that. Well, what if I said to I want to see JJ in a Easter bunny suit, and and then like Anthony Chobot's video that you did at Toxic AI did, and it was like that's all there was to it, and then he did wonders with it. He did wonders with it. So it was
Yeah,
like it depends on like how specific you want it, and it came out good for being just a vague this is what happens, and it's just it came out good. That depending on how you're working, who you're working with. I mean,
yeah, that Anthony Chibosega video was a dream come true for me. Something I had been wanting to do for several years, and then it finally came out
yeah,
perfect. And
all
that
you
was,
got to do is just do like a little bit, and he was totally satisfied, and it was probably how long did it take? 15 minutes.
No, it didn't take. It took longer than that, but I mean, that's just because I had to have I put a prompt in to create a picture, and then I had to change the face on the AI generated picture to
Oh,
put Anthony's face on there,
oh, interesting.
and then I had to use an aging program for when he was looking in the mirror and saw himself older.
oh, nice.
So it wasn't that easy to put together, but I mean, it didn't take me that long.
So
That's awesome.
one thing that's different in this movie than some previous ones is we actually have an investor in Todd. Todd said he's willing to invest some money, and personally I think the money should all go into tech, and because I don't need money to work on a movie right now, so I'd like to see the movie go into like new tech. I know AI is like changing every day basically with like brand new tech coming out and everything, and
Okay. So, yeah, probably the first thing that I mean, I think we basically know each other and know what we can do. So, I mean, I don't mind editing this thing and doing like little things like that. Um, I don't mind. If we want to arrange this, I mean, if you had like come up with a beginning, middle, and an end, and then I think that would be just a basic script, and just we could even just go off of an outline if we really wanted to as a script. You don't need to be very specific because
Or a
have you heard
theme.
some people like some people when they read lines is different from when they like for example Mormo, what's your deal with when you did like the where'd you come up with who came up with the I'm a Leatherface's brother, Big Leather.
oh,
Ah,
old Curly Jaws wrote that,
he wrote
and
that.
he's an excellent writer. I'd like to see him writing on this new
Hmm.
Yeah,
movie we're
yeah.
working on.
Okay, yeah, good. So okay, I thought you came up with that, so I was like, wow. But yeah, if he writes like little skits like that, his problem he doesn't chain anything together. So I mean, if there's a way that we can like structure his little like he's good on like little things and that you could like that you can build into. You could probably build something better with it if you had like that's coherent. If you had
Yeah.
something like
I think what we're missing is a theme.
yeah, theme.
If Curly
But
just goes off a theme and writes off a theme, it would be all set.
okay, yeah, him and AI could probably do the whole thing, and then we just have to think about how we do it after that. I mean, like these are just technical problems after that. So yeah, that's a good start.
I'd like to see an animation scene in it.
That would be
I
Mhm.
don't know
cool.
if
Well,
Todd has seen your animation, but your animation is incredible.
I agree.
Really?
Yeah, he does
Yeah,
some excellent animation.
I'll send you a clip to Mormo's Halloween that has Chris Stryer's animation in it. I think you'll be impressed. It's
yeah,
really
but if we're,
good.
I mean, if we're making like a film or something like that, I mean, as long as it fits in, it makes sense because there's we should just focus on making this like as good. I mean, and not
Yeah.
just like a coherent story. I think that's what Todd wants to do. Maybe an epic that's inspiring. I think that's what I'm hearing from him. So,
Mhm.
I mean, why don't you come up with some good ideas, Todd? Not, like some things that you want in it,
Sure.
Yeah.
and then just feed it to the AI or old CJ and see what they come up with, and then we could then like yeah, some people are like good at finishing things, and some people are good at like just have coming up with all these different details for parts of it. Some people are good at fixing things. I mean,
Or
I think
filling in
that
the blanks.
yeah, and so like I think that yeah, at different stages, different people can help out at different ways. So I think that like yeah, just having an outline and then just feeding it to something and then coming back with it and then just revising it after that might be a good way of going.
Hmm. And what do you think about using already existing images? Like, for example, like the Oracle Crystal Roberts or something like this, just as an example.
I'd be interested in using public domain as far as like finding stories and themes and stuff. I think you could find some as far as like existing materials that you can use.
Like the one that you did, Toxic AI of Crystal Roberts. I mean, it was I was so blown away. I thought this should be a film. Like, where's the rest of this film? Because I want to see this film.
Well,
Yeah.
that's the type of stuff I'll be doing for the short clips in between the. We just need like a theme, like I said, because that's what really helps with AI. Like
Well,
Okay.
if
So
you
what if we
wanted
say
to, if
mental
you
health or
wanted to
something?
show, if you wanted a show about mental illness, I could type it in Chat PT right now, and it'll give me a whole freaking show. What to say, where to put this, where to put that, and then in those parts you just delete and fix and pick out what you like out of it. If we come up with a theme,
well,
uh,
like
Do we want to invest in Chat GPT Pro or
I use the free version, and
I
I just keep. I'm sorry, I just keep hitting restore, and it keeps letting me use it for free. That's what I've been doing with it recently.
right on?
I mean, I honestly I wouldn't want to pay money for I mean some of it, but I mean I yeah, if it
I,
costs money, geez, just give it to OCJ. He's I think he's better than any AI, but no offense. But he
Yeah,
just I mean like he's a good free alternative. I don't know if maybe he charges, but
so we
so
could probably tell Chat GPT like write a story about mental health involving like 7 men.
And they they could be warriors.
you want to have like
And
epic battle scenes and
the
they're
stuff?
seven
going it
knights of the mental illness table.
exactly, and they're going into battle, and they have to battle borderline personality. They have to battle the sociopathic disorders and all the demons that come at them.
I like that. That's an idea.
They meet wise people and sages along the way. they take potions and enter into different lands.
Okay, yeah. I mean, if you want to make it like a medieval theme or something like that, or warriors, like a Viking theme, or
But flashing back into different time periods.
I like the theme of going as battling mental illness through different skits
Great.
well,
as being a victor. That
Yeah.
sounds fucking cool.
Yeah,
I
man.
like that.
Yeah, I like that.
Cheers.
So I think we just came up with our theme. Yeah, cheers.
Oh
Drink some
yeah.
Mountain Dew.
I think it's gonna. I don't know. That might be a tough one. I mean, like, it might come out a little bit. I don't know. Like, reminds me of like Captain Planet or something fighting like pollution or something. Or
Captain Planet is awesome, dude.
yeah, if you want to do something like that, then that's fine. I mean, you'd have to make it a little bit over the top. And,
But the Knights of the Round, perhaps, and things like that, and flashing back between different eras, like Time Lord.
See, that would just be like one short portion of the film, though. We could go with the theme from there and make different skits. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Like maybe there'd be different potions that have different effects. Like one of them is time travel, another one is invisibility, and there could be funny things like that.
It's
Alright.
basically it's got to be better than Chicken Dinner Restaurant. That movie
That's what we're up against.
talking
Yeah.
about. As long as it's better than that, we should do fine.
Okay.
Oh, maybe we can reference it.
Well, yeah. Well, just the standards. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, for that.
And maybe there could be like news flashes, like what Paul Verhoeven does in RoboCop and Starship Troopers. He has these fake commercials also.
Yeah,
Skits.
that's like your part in Mormo's Halloween. You played a newscaster.
Yeah.
Todd.
Yeah, man. Thank you.
Yeah. I wanted to make a like an Easter special, but that Easter's a little bit ways away. Like if I was gonna do an animation, but yeah.
All right, that just got me all thinking there. Even just to get that footage of Todd, there was no audio to it because I was able to screen record it really quick before Instagram took it off. So we got to find a way that we're going to be able to get the filmed parts of you, Todd.
I could do it on Zoom and send it to you via WeTransfer or Google Drive.
Right on.
You
and
could even record it on StreamYard. I'm sorry I interrupted.
Sure. No problem.
And Chris Schreier, if you're willing to compile the movie and collect all the footage,
Yeah.
then that should work fine because I know you're able to do Google Drive. I don't think I've ever done WeTransfer with you, but I've done Google Drive a couple times with you, so that would definitely be a good way. And I'd love to see you get the footage rather than me, just because my output is so lo-fi and scratchy. If we're trying to get like distribution or something, your way of like making really large files would probably be better and high resolution and everything. So
yeah, but do you guys want to do like maybe test this out with like a short or something, just so that we're all communicating on the same page? Like we can do something like, because if Todd wants to do an hour and a half long movie or something like that.
Well, that's the end result. That's like
Yeah, I know it's the end result. So I'm saying that like, what's making a 5-minute video, like beginning, middle, and end, or something like that. What's another 5 minutes? So like we should just do it. We should try to practice with like a short or something, 5 to 10 minutes short, just to see how the process is done, and then we don't have to worry about the process after that. We just have to worry about doing the best work possible. I'm
Sounds
saying this
great.
just from experience because I always like, um, for the 48-hour films that I used to do, or that I did, was that I like to get to know somebody and then get to know how they work and get to, like, even with an editor. I had this freaking one editor and he wanted to hook up all our computers to do this thing where we chain all our computers, and I'm like, dude, it's a 7-minute video. We don't need to do that. And like he got so angry that I said that he bailed. And it's like, you just got to learn how to like communicate and work with people, and like how we, so I mean, like, I think that's just my suggestion. It doesn't have to be something that we do. So,
No, it sounds good.
well, yeah, I mean, it also sounds like 5 minutes. I mean, a little bit more work, but it's just something that depends on how serious you want to be about this. So,
I think aiming for 50 minutes would be a good length for the film.
5, 10, 15, it could be anything, as long as we actually get, it's all about the learning experience. That's what I
That's
Time to call old
interesting.
Curly John.
15-minute, or like, you know how Adult Swim had the 11-minute shows. So like, if it was going to be, if you wanted to do is, well, then it could be like a series that
I
people
mean,
could
like,
subscribe to or buy or something.
I mean, there's a couple different things, like how special effects are done. Like, you could use AI effects. Like, he's talking, like, Toxic AI over there was talking about doing something where it's like he was doing like vignettes or clips in between things, but you could actually probably, like, you see this
Batteries
big,
died on my phone.
okay.
Oh, wow.
Well, I'm trying to say that you could probably do, like, like you see a full body of Crystal Roberts, like, as this, like, these twins or something like that. I'm just using this as an example. You show that clip, and then you
I
can have her
tried
talking.
contacting old Curly Jaws.
Okay, go for it. And
So I disappeared for a minute.
okay, and then you could have like the front view, and like you could put people like looking at this image of like the two Crystal Robert twins.
No audio.
And then you can have shoot it from behind, because that's how movies are done. Like, you shoot the things from behind. You can have just like a little bit of like the palace or something. I mean, like, that's what I'm picturing you were originally talking about by making it epic. Like,
Yeah.
you can actually have people interacting with these things, as long as Toxic AI can make these things talk. And then it's basically like your face, then the back, and then you see the people over here, like they're doing stuff, and like it's like the back of your head, and then it's like it's shot from this way, and maybe you could see like a little bit of the palace that you're in or something like that. And I mean, you could do things like that where you incorporate it in such a way that you don't need to make it all vignettes. But if you want to do vignettes, like, it sounds like what we have been doing, but like you do something where it's like he did this with the Anthony Chabot stuff. That sounds more like the AI that I'm picturing, and then you can add live people to that, and like yeah, I don't know, stuff like
Sure.
that.
But when people watch like Terminator 2 or Total Recall or something like this, it's action packed.
Yeah, so you just need quick cuts and things like that. I mean, sometimes you just need like a quick cut of like some like the glass breaks or something. That's only like a 3-second like shot, and it's like or two, like less than a half a second at least. And then like, or like you throw a knife at somebody and they hit, and like the knife flies. You see the knife go, and then the next shot is, and like that's it. So I mean, like, there's a ton of ways of doing these things, and it's like, I don't know. I mean, like, yeah, let's maybe we should start like, well, how can we do this? How can we do that? Like, we should like just test our boundaries, see what we can do, because right now we're shooting like remotely, and like, are there any good examples that you can think of? Are there any good examples that you've seen somebody do what you're thinking of remotely? Todd.
Yes, absolutely. Lisa Kudrow did Web Therapy, the show, and that was completely done remotely. Everything was done remotely.
But what is web therapy? Is that like a talk show or is that a narrative piece?
It's a web series, or actually, it was on Showtime or HBO or something like this, and she had her own program, and everything was basically, I think, done on Zoom or Skype.
Okay, yeah. Well, I've seen things like that, and they were fucking boring. But if this is a good example of something, share it because no, I mean that. I don't mean to be rude, but I mean like, I've people were doing this during COVID, and they were like, just people doing like theater people doing plays, and they would just like, it'd be like this, what we see right now, but it would be people pretending to be like Romeo and Juliet,
Right. Even Saturday Night Live did a Zoom show like that too.
Okay, so that would be a good starting point. Can we do? Because we're doing something remote. If you have some good ideas of what it would look like, what you should collect these things and then share it with us, and then from there we could be like, oh, I see what he's talking about.
Okay.
Like, yeah, that's one example. I mean, that's one method that I'm thinking right now.
I'll put it in the chat.
Yeah, you could be like, yeah, can we do something like this? And I'll be like, well, if you first say like, oh, can we do something like Prometheus? And I'll be like, well, the reason we can is because we're shooting remotely and blah, 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 blah. We could there's ways around it that we can make it a low scale thing. But then you show me something where other people have done things remotely. Then I'll be like, oh yeah, maybe we could, yeah, that I could see it. Yeah.
But like a different period of time, instead of into the future, it would be maybe some sort of, I don't know, it could be Renaissance or steampunk or some kind of alternate reality, alternate universe. Even.
Oh yeah, you're just talking about just making a movie now. I mean, like the creative part of it. Okay, yeah. We don't really have to worry about the technical side until after we have like the creative side. Like once we know what it's basically, movie making is basically problem solving at certain times. So it's like, yeah, be creative as you want, and then you think, then later on you're like, well, how would I do that? That's like, so there's step one, be as creative as you want. Step two, well, how do I do that? And then step three is revision. A lot of this is revision. Then you go back and you're like, well, I don't know if I could do that, or if I did that, maybe I'd have to do it this way. I mean, a lot of it is revision. So you just keep on doing those three steps. Maybe.
I think my next step is going to be to go to ChatGPT and ask it to create a strip about somebody struggling with mental health. And then I'm just going to record me reading the script and submit it to you guys and see what you think.
Okay, can you copy and paste it in an email and send it to us? I'm better with reading it, because I mean, it'd be nice to hear it in your voice. You have a very nice voice, but sometimes you want to look back over things, and then you want to make, like, well, that could work if we just did this. Yeah, how about if we did that? Could be a good starting point if we wanted to do some, like a short, like a 15-minute thing or something like that, something quick. And then then after that, we could even take that same idea and expand on it, or we can just, that could be just like the first 15 minutes of the whole thing. I mean, I don't know. Yeah,
Is the backstory,
or a backstory, like to get people interested or something. I don't know. I mean, I'm just,
yeah. Or you could strip the audio and then put it over a slideshow of AI created pictures, or
okay.
Yeah.
But I thought we were aiming for something different. I mean, yeah, I guess you could do that. But I mean, what do we? Okay, a slideshow. If we're gonna submit this for Tubi or something, I don't know, man. It's up to, I mean, that might not be enough. I'm saying.
What that could be incorporated into the film is what Morma records. That would be something that would be adding to the the appendages of what would be the film.
Yeah.
I mean, like normal movies
I'm
don't
just
usually
wanting
have
to
like,
take action, you know what I mean? Talking is great, but I want to like be working and shit, you know. I'm trying to work.
Yeah, I think everything you come up with, Mormo, if you know this mental health message, especially in the film, um, by all means, right? Because it could be very interesting. No,
Excellent.
I mean, it depends on how you really want to go about this. I mean, I'm not trying to shit on AI, but I mean, it's like if you really want to have a good message, don't just have a computer write what you want to, like a good message for you. Just what's your real message? This is part of creativity and writing. Is like you're doing it also part of it for yourself. I mean, I think. I mean, it's like some of it is your own exploration into this whole art. So I mean, that's why I'm like, yeah, I get it. It's fun and it's like, I don't know. I mean, like it depends on what you want to do. It can fill in the details. It could give us a good outline. Depends on what you want to do. Sometimes it'll come up. I talk a lot, so it's just like
okay, no, that's good.
I think a lot like about this stuff. So it's like, yeah, whatever you guys want to do. I mean, I'm cool with whatever, but I would like to see an example of what you want the end product to look like. If you have an idea in your head, that would be a good starting point, also.
So there was a film.
Well, you already gave two examples. Lisa Kudrow's something SNL. I mean, if you could collect this stuff and give it to us, then we could probably like brainstorm a little bit better together.
Sure. Let's see.
I mean, I've got ideas for how I would do things, but I don't.
Kung Fury.
What's this link?
So
the
Kung
link in
Fury
private
is an
chat?
example. Oh yeah, that's the Lisa Kudrow show.
And there's no way of sharing that, is there, so that we could watch a clip of that?
Yeah, I could do that.
Okay. So I'm a little bit, yeah. I could sometimes be a little bit like.
Well, we need someone to let's say play the devil's advocate, you know, and suss out all the scenarios.
It could be very good in many different ways, and that's one of the problems with being critical of things, is because you could criticize something, but it will still turn out good. But you could also criticize things. Oh wow, the full screen works for you? Why does it work for you? Some people the other day were having trouble with
she tends to be a bit flighty. She left a financial firm, a very good job, in a kind of suspicious circumstances. We're not quite sure what really went on, whether she was fired.
We're not quite sure. You don't listen to her, so you're not quite sure.
It's never really been totally explained.
How long have you been married, William?
Well, that's it. Where does it go? Is there more? What? How does the scene go from one scene to the next? They were just having like a little bit of a script where they had a back and forth. That could either be improvised or not improvised. I mean, you know, Larry David's show, Curb Your Enthusiasm, is famously working just on an outline, I think, and a lot of the dialogue is improvised. But yeah, I mean, does it have a narrative structure to it? That's why I wanted to see a little bit more. But
the next clip, Kung Fury, is probably the best example of what I'd imagine.
Hey, what you're saying?
Vital.
Okay, so that could be AI or whatever. Designed a city, and you could like do something like that. Click screen, and then you just pan it down.
You got a permit for those guns? I've got your permit right here.
This is done with. That's a lot of special effects, and we could. Okay, so the technical aspects, a lot of that is like you need to change the lighting for people. I don't know, maybe you can do that. I think that was shot in a studio on a green screen. But I mean, yeah, we could probably do something corny that's not up to that level, but we could probably do something like that, but a little bit corny.
Great.
Okay.
Corny is good.
Sure. Well, I mean, it's completely. If you want to just do an AI script, then that's fine. I don't know. It depends on like when you. Yeah.
So what's everybody gonna do after this meeting to move this project forward?
Well, it depends on what our roles are. I mean, like first thing that it should go in steps. Like, what's the script? What do we need to do? If we're just going to come up with a script, then we have to wait until the next person wait until the script does, and then I could come up with solutions. We could all come up with solutions of where to go from there. But that's
Okay.
that's what you need.
So, for example, on ChatGPT right now, I'm going to put in like maybe an idea or something like this and see what comes up and see if it's usable.
Right on. Awesome. I'm glad to hear that, Todd. That's awesome.
Yeah, doing it right now.
The quality on my phone, the picture doesn't look so crappy. Like on the laptop, the picture looks a lot better on my phone compared to the laptop.
Right on.
I might have to use my phone from now on.
This is cool, man. Okay, this is great. All right, so I'm just gonna, because everybody's gonna get something different, so I'm just gonna share what I got from what I put in.
Okay.
Sure.
And see what you think about it. Private chat. Here goes.
Okay. The thing is, how do you display that to people? And that's the movie making part of it.
I like that.
I mean, that's just a synopsis. So
I'm gonna save that onto a text file.
There's even more. So I'm gonna send the email to Mormo and to everyone.
okay.
Right on.
Mormo Zane.
All right.
And Chris, I'm not sure if I have your email, but maybe I do. Let's see.
It's probably not, but it's Chris Dreyer email. It's pretty easy. Chris Dreyer email at yahoo.com.
Yeah, we've emailed before, I know.
Yeah,
Oh, there we go.
Not me and whatever his name. Yeah.
Whatever his name.
Todd.
Right, that Todd guy.
That Todd.
That Todd character.
Yeah.
Here we go. Okay, sent it along.
Nice. Great. Any final thoughts, anybody, or?
I mean, yeah, that's why, like, just the structure of it, like, and just working together, that is something that we should consider, and it does become a stressful issue. But we should be fine. I mean, we don't have a time limit, so it's like we could just screw around until it looks good. That's what I do with everything, is just screw around, and then once it looks good, I just like, well, that's good enough. So.
Yeah, my focus is just going to be to work on it and do actual
100%.
work and get footage and
Okay.
and then we'll just put it all, or you'll put it all together, Chris Dreyer, and
Yeah, sure. Anyone that I mean, if there's any like, there does need to be some sort of leadership. Someone has to have like the final say. So maybe that's Todd.
We would all have a vote maybe on things, and see,
That then yeah. I mean,
don't you think?
no, that's fine. It's just usually like sometimes it'll. Well, yeah, we'll see what happens. I mean, that's why you always gotta feel this thing out. That's why I'm.
We'll ask each other, all the time how it's going.
I'm down to produce it if anybody wants to vote me in as producer.
What's that role mean? What are
Like
the response?
I'd oversee everything and
Tell people to do
Yes.
things. Tell people
yeah.
that like
Get me a
designate
coffee.
roles and stuff. Okay, that's
Very good.
okay. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I mean, okay. So now we got a script, or is this what we're using, or do you want to? Someone's got to be the creative lead here, and just like look at that script and be like, is this good? Is this what I want, or do you what do you want to do? Like,
Well, if everyone's okay with it, unless you want to tweak it a little bit here and there, we can do that too.
well, I mean, what do you want to do? I mean, I don't mind like.
I'm skilled at Chat GPT where I can like post this info into Chat GPT and have it crap out specialized lines for me to say in dialogue and stuff.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I know what I want to do, and I know, I like, as in, like, I'll
I know what
probably
I'm
read
gonna
some.
do with that.
Right on.
Cool.
Awesome.
So it's
That's
like
awesome.
everyone has their own ideas here. So it's like, okay, I would, yeah. So I'd rather get like,
I love you guys. I think you're fantastic. It's great
okay.
working with you.
Awesome. Thanks, Todd. You ready to wrap it up?
No, I just wanted to say that because I took a toke of the peace bite.
Okay, cool. Me too.
Spread the love.
Okay, so right now, I like what we need to base things off of
Yeah,
is the
man.
actual. So we need to read that first, and then come up with ideas, and then share those ideas after.
Think about who you want to play. Maybe you want to be a wizard.
Oh, I don't mind acting in it, but I mean, I'm not. I don't think I have a very like magnetic personality that belongs on stage or anything.
Oh, no way. You're awesome on
Yeah,
video, Chris Dreyer. You're hilarious, especially when you've been drinking.
No, it's usually on tincture.
you don't give
Well,
yourself enough credit, Chris Dreyer.
okay, well, whatever you give me, I'll do the best I can. But I mean, I have my own ideas about things. So like when I'm talking to you guys, it's all like, where are we starting from? What are we doing? So it's like, yeah, I'm cool with whatever. So
And if you've ever seen the movie Heavy Metal,
yeah,
Heavy metal.
we're gonna have Crystal
Yes.
Roberts' tits flapping in the wind. We're gonna get in trouble like OCJ did with SB Arts. Ugh. No, don't think about heavy metal. What?
When I was a
something
kid,
that was an ensemble.
up at the comic book shop I got my comic books at, they had animation cells from the movie Heavy Metal on the wall for sale. They were like $80 a piece. I wish I could have bought one.
Yeah. I always look back at Wolverine's first comic was like on sale for $25. It wasn't on sale, but it was for $25 at a local comic book store. I remember that, and I'm being like, "Geez, I'm too poor to buy this" as like an 8-year-old or something. I wish I had that. But I didn't mean to change the subject, but
And if there could be like a title screen, like as it starts like maybe whenever you put the title screen in, it doesn't matter. But like, so sort of like the Bram Stoker's Dracula or something like this, like very ominous, or and then you have all the names and it's exciting. We'd want to watch this in a seated theater. We'd want, you know what I mean? It's a big thing. It's something you want to see on a big screen.
Oh, I got the email from you.
Oh, cool.
Just to make sure. I'm checking it, but yeah, cool. I mean, we haven't even read the script yet, so I mean,
Well, take your time.
oh, okay.
Awesome. Are we all set or?
Well, what's our goals? I think it's to read the script and then come up with some ideas based on that, or does one person see, too many cooks in the kitchen sometimes fuck over things, but I mean, like, what do we get?
We seem
like,
to be doing okay so far.
Are we getting? Yeah.
I'm going to create footage for it. I'm going to shoot.
I'm going to make an AI
footage for it.
Everyone's just doing their own fucking thing. Okay, but I mean, we're supposed to be. I mean, you have to make it all fit together, unless you just want to have like just a random like do the same thing you guys have been doing. I thought we were going to do like a film.
It is. It is.
Just seems like you guys are just everyone's just doing their own thing.
It's a little bit more high concept.
Okay, so I mean, if everyone's just gonna, I mean, I'm just getting confused because if you're just gonna do a few things and he's gonna do a few things, what am I like? Am I gonna why even read the script then? What am I?
Oh, come on, Chris.
I don't even.
I'm interested to see what everybody comes up with just from this part here.
So it's just make whatever and then just like see what happens. I'm just getting confused because I make things
off
differently.
The same premise, like we got the article that Todd printed out that we're all working off of, and I think we all know each other's style well enough that we know how to work together.
Okay.
Chris, what's up?
This isn't usually how you make things like this. It's like, I mean,
is there a rule
I'll do
book?
whatever. I want somebody to tell me what to do. So, I mean, I'll read the script, but I mean, I could come up with my own things. But like, it's like this seems like what we have been doing in the past. Like, fuck it, I'm just gonna do a mukbang. Fuck it, I gotta read the script. I'm just gonna sit around and eat. No, I mean, I'm not. I'm being funny, but I'm also being like, this is. I'm getting confused.
Yeah,
Okay.
you have your apparatus there for toking.
I got this thing. I could roll a joint or do something else, but I mean, it's like I'm just lazy. Okay, I'll be cool, but I mean, I do need. I mean,
what do you need, Chris? What are your needs?
Structure. I need structure.
It's coming. Just be patient. Everyone's gonna look at the script.
Guys, you give them something, they just run off with it, and it's fine. But it's just like I need a little bit of structure.
Well, I think one of your big jobs, Dryer, is to collect footage that people submit.
Yeah, I could do that. That's no problem. I was gonna do that anyways.
Chris, you could provide the structure.
No. I mean, the way that I would do it is like it's sort of in steps where like somebody tells I want to see what happens. Like I think this could be a good learning experience because how long is the script that you sent?
It's
Got the fucking Gap, like, dude, the Gap emailed me like 3 times.
Oh wow.
Oh, they have
how long is the script? Sir Serenity? Played by
got an epic cast.
Johnson?
Okay, so it doesn't have to be them, but like replace them with us.
This is just a tagline. It doesn't really say anything. Well, it doesn't say a beginning, middle, or an end.
Yeah, but you can feed this into Chat GPT and ask it to like write the script for one character and that stuff like that.
Why not just? Yeah, you could do that. Whatever happened to old Curly Jaws? Why don't we have him play Dwayne the Rock Johnson playing Serenity or whatever the fuck the guy's name is?
If nobody minds, I'd like to do a live watch along on my channel with this footage we're recording right now with old Curly Jaws. As soon as he's off work and awake and everything, does anybody object to that or?
It's great.
Dude, yeah, no, I don't care. What do you mean?
Right on.
But yeah, okay, yeah, we could do a. I mean, okay, let's just see what happens. Step one, let's make a plan to meet at certain times whenever we can. My schedule is I'm busy Thursday and Friday. That's about it.
Right on.
What day is it today? Tuesday. So actually, I might go out tomorrow night to drink beer, but I got to work Thursday and Friday. But what do we do? What we should meet again with like, okay, this is what we accomplished at this meeting. This is what we need to this is what we need to bring to the next meeting. Like as in like what we accomplished in the meantime. So for the next meeting, what are we gonna do for the next meet? Like, we're gonna have to meet again because we're gonna have to discuss this in some way.
Yeah. Let's see.
Of course.
Unless
Yeah.
it's through Messenger. I mean, so people are gonna read that script and then just do stuff, and then from there we're gonna do stuff. But I mean, we have to be a little bit less vague with that, maybe. I don't know. It depends on how narrative you want to get. If you just want to, like, if we're just gonna make like what we normally do. I could do an acting scene. But somebody else is gonna have to tell me what to do.
Okay, so this one's even better.
Huh?
This one's even better. I sent you another script. It's sort of like the last one, but it's better. It's an improvement.
Okay, I'm looking at this. Gap, all in neutrals. Your $7 in rewards is ready to be spent. I haven't got your email yet.
Okay.
How about now?
I could do a whole we could do a whole movie just based on the Gap sending emails. We're announcing 75% off markdown. I haven't got it yet. But.
Well, cool. I'm going to jet, everybody. I'm going to end the recording now, and thanks so much. And
Thank you.
Let's keep in touch. Some of us can keep in touch through Facebook, some through emails, some through text.
Email me anytime. I'll do whatever. I don't even know where we stand right now, but just I'll do whatever. I don't care. I mean, I'm good with. I could do whatever. Yeah.
Whatever you think is best.